Ooh, that sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion. All that good emotion.
In today's video, I'll be showing you how to color grade a pre-wedding video inside of DaVinci Resolve. This video is as timely as it can be because everyone around me is getting married. So there is no other better time than now to put out this video out there for you creators to use and up your game. And of course, I'll be dropping a lot inside this video. Check down in the description below. That's the best I can do. I mean, I'm not ready to get married. Let's get straight into DaVinci Resolve and let's get started. Alright, this is DaVinci Resolve, and if you don't have an idea of how we got here, I would recommend you watch my last video. It's going to explain how we got here. I explained every tab here, the media, I explained the cut, I explained the edits, I explained the fusion, I explained the color, I explained the fairlight, and I explained the deliver. So our focus today is the color grading, how I color graded. This is the first node. I told you that DaVinci Resolve works with nodes. So this is my first node, and I'm going to name this as my color correction. Color correction, or CC for short. And I'm going to create another node. Creating of node is alternate S, and I'm going to name this to temperature. I'm going to create another node, alternate S, and I'm going to name this to curves. Yeah, curves. I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to name this to the look. This is actually the node where our color grading starts, the look we want to create. And I'm going to create another one. I'm going to add one more, and I'm going to call this the hue change or color change. This is where I'm going to specifically treat the colors and boost the colors or the intensity of the colors. I'm going to create a parallel node. I'm going to right click and create a parallel node, and I'm going to name this one beneath it. I'm going to name it skin tones. Skin tones, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to name. I'm going to create another node. I'm going to right click and I'm going to call this global adjustments. Good, global adjustment. So let's start off with the color correction. Now this is where we actually do our conversion to Rec 709, like I told you in my last video. So I'm going to go to my color wheels and I'm going to bring out my lumetri scopes. It is very, very pertinent to work with your lumetri scopes during color correction because it's going to tell you the interaction of the colors. And I'm going to make sure that my lift is above. The lift stands for shadow. So I'm going to make sure that my lift is just above 0. So I'm going to drag that down. And that's fine. I'm going to go to my gain and I'm going to drag that down too. And I'm going to go to my gamma and I'm going to take that down too. The next thing is to adjust the temperature of this video. So I'm going to click on this picker tool and I'm going to click on anything that is white on this video. I'm going to click on it to adjust the temperature. So this is fine for me because I want to start with something warm to achieve what I want. So I think we are done with this node. So I'm going to go to the second node and I'm going to go to the curves. I'm going to go to my curve, the custom curves, and I'm going to create 3 points, one in the shadow, one in the midtone, and one in the highlights. I'm going to take this down a bit. I just want to add a little bit of contrast to this. I'm going to take my midtones up. I'm going to take my highlights down just a touch. I'm also going to bring this up. I want to create that hazy look. I think this is fine for me. So this is very okay. So this is our before and this is our after. If it's too much, you can still drag it down a bit, just touch. So we are done with the curves, and this is our before, this is our after. So I'm going to look. So this is where we are actually going to start the color grading. So I'm going to go to my offset. I'm going to drag this over to the yellows, just a touch, just in between the yellows and the orange. Just there is fine for me. And I'm going to go to my lifts, and I'm going to go down to the cyan, to the blue, in between the blue and the cyan, but a better tone of blue, just there. That's fine for me. Now this is the look I'm trying to create. So this is our before and this is our after. I'm going to also adjust my contrast, crank that up. And I'm also going to I'm also going to go to my color correction. I'm going to increase the saturation. That was something I didn't do there. So I need to increase the saturation in my color correction. So this is my curves and this is my look. So that's fine. The reason I had to increase the saturation in my color correction is for us to have a lot of information for the skin tones. So this is the look I want. But though I'm not done with this, I'm also going to go to my shadows, to the log wheels, to my shadows, and I'm going to drag this down. I want to have some blues, shade of blues in the shadows. So I think that's fine for me. There's the color correct. This is the look I want. I want something very moody. So I'm going to go to the hue change. This is where I'm going to touch up the suit. This suit is blue, but as you can see, we are losing the color of the suit. So I want that suit to pop up. So what do? I just go to my curves. I'm going to go to my hue versus saturation curves, and I'm going to, with my my picker, I'm going to pick every shade of green here. Though if it's so specific and it didn't cover up the whole type of blue or the whole blue in that suit, you can actually manually increase the range of blue to make sure that every shade of blue here is covered. So I'm going to take that out, take that up. As you can see, the suit is popped out. The color of the suit is quite vibrant now. So the next thing to do is the grasses around this place, we are almost not seeing them. So I'm going to fix that now with the hue versus saturation curves. So I'm going to click on every shade of green here, so that to save us time of trying to pick up greens here. So I'm going to drag it up. I'm going to drag that up. So this is our before and this is our after. We've added some life to the greens over here. So we're also going to go to the hue versus luma. I'm also going to take the greens here. I'm also going to take it up just to pop it out a little bit. I just want it to pop out. So that's fine for me. This is our before and this is our after in the hue change. So I'm going to go to my skin tones now, and I'm going to go to my qualifier and make sure this is set to picker, and I'm going to go to the skin and just make a selection. I'm going to press Shift H to see the marks of what you're doing, like we are doing it in Premiere Pro. So I'm going to just pick, and I'm going to do the adjustment over here. Just going to do the adjustments here so that we are close to accurate in picking of the skin. So I think this is fine for me. So I'm going to correct it over here and just going to refine the mask. I'm going to go to the mate fineness, and I'm going to crank the blur. I'm going to blur it out. I'm going to go to the 2. I'm going to denoise it. Then I'm going to press Shift H again and go to my color wheels, and I'm going to drag my gamma, which represents the mid-tone. I'm going to make it warm, just a touch. I don't want to overdo it. So this is our skin tones now. So this is our before and this is our after. We can see we've added a bit of life to the skin tone. We don't want to go overboard. We don't want to do too much. That's fine. This is our before and this is our after. So the next node is the global adjustments. Now this is where I'm going to sharpen everything I've done. So I'm going to go to my blur, and I'm going to bring out the radius, bring down the radius somewhat here, just to sharpen it. So this is our before and this is our after. So ladies and gentlemen, at the end of everything, this is what we have. This is our before, where we started, and this is our after. You can see how amazing this mood is. Like, tell me you're not in love right now. You are in love. I know that. So go get yourself. For me, I'm not ready. So I'm going to repeat everything I've done here. And this is our before. This is where we did our color correction. This is the curves. This is the look where the actual color grading started. This is the hue change where we treated the colors independently. The color of the suit and the greens around. And this is the skin tone where we added life to the skin tone. This is also the global adjustment where we just sharpened everything, you know, to make it have a little bit of detail. So guys, that's the end of this video, and if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's going to help us grow, and also share this video to your friends. It's Christmas, show some love, right? And don't stop creating. My name is Chris. I'll see you in my next video. Voila.